Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Ash.
This time we will be reviewing the Woodford Reserve, the official bourbon of the Kentucky Derby, and hence why we are all dressed up Derby style.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Zachariah.
I'm Trisha.
And I'm Manuel.
Come join us as we explore the world of bourbon and cigars, which offers a rich tapestry of flavors, aromas, and experiences. Cheers to your journey of discovery and enjoyment.
Para Dios, tu familia y tus amigos. Salud.
Salud.
I felt so good when our brothers did the same. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down off of your feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang.
As Trish said in the intro, we are going to go over the Woodford Reserve's Kentucky Derby edition, 150th edition bottle here.
Absolutely, and if you notice, it's got some very fancy artwork on the label. It was done by a native Kentuckian, Wiley Cottle, and it represents the 150th years with all the different colored roses. It's called the Run of the Roses.
Oh, that's beautiful. I believe this is the 20th year for Woodford being the sponsor for the Kentucky Derby, right?
Excuse me.
25th, I believe.
Is it 25th?
Yes,
Yeah.
They became the official sponsors in 1999.
Wow, huh? 25 years that they've been at the Derby.
Right.
Very
Yes.
cool.
They're both celebrating.
Absolutely.
Really cool.
Woodford Reserve is a special distillery in my heart. We've been there a few times. They are located south in Versailles, which is horse country.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you all don't know a little bit about Kentucky, they are the horse breeding capital of the world, primarily because not only the bourbon and the way that they distill and the limestone and the natural iron and minerals that are in the water,
Yes.
that also kind of helps with the horses because they're drinking all that natural spring water,
Absolutely.
Yes.
which builds their bones and strong muscles, which allow them to perform
It
in
does.
horse racing.
It actually accentuates the build of the bones. It makes for very strong bones. So being thoroughbreds that are racing and they get put out there quite a bit, they have very strong bones. That's why they like that.
Yeah, and one of the cool things, personally, girls, you guys probably made a lot more comments about this last time, was the journey to the distillery.
It was absolutely beautiful drive through the country. You passed all the horse barns and all the thoroughbreds out in the
Oh,
field.
absolutely. Gorgeous
some
scenery.
Of them practicing.
Oh, yeah. We did get to see a mock race last time. It was very cool. Beautiful, huge houses, rolling meadows.
Those weren't houses. Those were the
Probably
barns for the horses.
That's the truth,
They
probably.
lived better than me.
There were some beautiful homes, but the barns were amazing.
They
Yes,
were.
they were.
Yeah.
They were.
But on the way out there, when we got there, my favorite part is going through the actual distillery tour. When we get out there, it's this quaint little, I say little, but it's quite a big house you walk into. I don't even know if house is the right word. It's so big. But you walk in and you have the shop there where you can pick out what you want, and then on the other side of the fireplace is a tasting, so you kind of start your tour there, and they walk you down and you see the history. And then you get to go right into the tasting room over there.
On their famous fireplace where everyone stands and gets their
Photos,
we
yeah.
noticed this time that you can actually see through it when there's no fire burning, and the tasting room
Is
just
right
on the
there.
opposite side.
Yeah.
It was really neat.
It was very cool.
One of the unique features for me, and again, for those that, if you get a chance, this is probably your top 5 distillery on your bucket list to see on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. In my opinion, it's easily the top 3. It gives me the feeling equivalently of like going to an old church. It's so historical and so it's
Very nostalgic.
Nostalgic.
It's very nostalgic. One of the key points, it is true, the gift shop that they have there, that was the original home.
Oh,
That's
really?
where it's at. Yes, that is
Oh,
correct.
very cool.
This last time that we were there, when we were talking to the tour guide, he said actually that is the original site of the home. That's where it was at. So
Wow.
pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
They do a couple things different than most distilleries
They do?
in Kentucky. They use a pot still as opposed to the column stills. And when we were there, was it 2 years ago? They just added 3 more, so now they have 6
Correct.
stills going. Where their logo used to be just the 3 pot stills for the distillery side, not the actual bourbon bottles. But you can get them on like their barrels and barrel heads. They'd have the 3 pot stills, but they actually have 6 now.
6 now. Yep.
And the other really cool thing about them that they do differently is they use limestone rick houses as opposed to wood. So
Correct.
They do that, and they don't move their barrels around.
Absolutely.
Where they put them is where they age,
Yep.
from top, middle to bottom.
Yep.
So maybe you want to talk a little bit about their mash bill and what makes Woodford Reserve different, because they don't move it, but yet they have the consistency in the mash bill, but every bottle is different.
That is true. Mash bill, 72% corn, 18 rye.
Yep, and 10% barley.
10%
barley.
barley. Yes.
All right, girls, enough talking. I'm thirsty. Let's open this bottle.
Let's try
review
it.
Absolutely.
So another cool note to their distillery. I mean, they're not new insofar as the bourbon explosion has happened. So they've been around for a while. They don't change any of their mash, as you were saying, and it's the exact same, if you would say, consider the White Dog, that they make their double oaked and all their expressions come from that same one. It's an interesting thing to note, because their profile is tailored by their aging and their barrels and how they blend. You know, that's I think it's key. So.
And that's the amazing thing about just bourbon in general, whether or not where that barrel sits in that rick house, right? Because the evaporation process versus Mother Nature, the heat versus the cold. If you're up higher, it's going to get hotter. If you're down lower, it's going to stay cooler.
Right.
And that affects the way that bourbon ages in that barrel.
Absolutely.
And interesting enough, we've been there in the spring and we've been there in the fall, and both times the rick house was so cool from the limestone. So it's really got to drop some temperature and rise some temperature in order to get it
to
fluctuate.
affect those barrels.
All right out of the gate, very floral. I get a lot of floral. I get a little bit of a chocolate. Maybe a little chocolate.
I get citrus.
I do get some citrus. Yeah.
It's definitely fruit forward.
Like lemongrass type, or maybe a little orange citrus.
Orange.
Orange is
citrus.
what I'm leaning towards orange.
I agree. A little raisin maybe. At the back. Yeah. All right. Yeah. It does taste like raisins.
Okay.
To me. Not leather.
We don't want to lose that good
Not
bourbon
leather.
there.
I know,
Not
it was
leather,
close.
just raisins, okay?
Well, that doesn't taste like it smells, because
Very woody.
Very woody.
Yes.
Grainy,
Oak,
oaky,
Smoky a little
smoky. A little bit on the back. Not. It's not a burn.
bit. No,
But
there's
it's,
no
it's
burn at all.
definitely unlike the smell.
Yes.
It does have a nice little hug
Oh yeah.
when it comes
yeah.
down, you know.
But it's not spicy in any means. It has a little bit. I've had much spicier bourbons, so I would classify this one as smooth.
Very smooth.
It is smooth. That's good. It's good.
Okay. So going back to the B.N.A, what are you thinking? Let's review this.
All right.
You ladies give us your review. Yeah.
I'll give it a start. So the color is really beautiful. The smell is really good. I love that citrusy smell. The taste is oak and a little bit of pepper. At least that's what my main taste on it. I do prefer a sweeter taste, but this one is really smooth. So I'll probably go with a 6 on it. It's smooth.
Well, I'm always higher, it seems. I'll give it an 8.5.
Wow.
I really like it, but I like smoky things and woody things, so that's what really drew me to it.
Awesome.
All right. So I'm gonna go with an 8. The aromas were fantastic. The mouthfeel was really good, and I like the the citrus finish that it had, the vanilla, very sweet, and a lot of wood. I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8?
I'm not quite an 8. I'm almost there. Woodford is one of my favorite distilleries. She's got beautiful legs, beautiful color, smell is great, it's smooth. I would probably say 7.5.
Okay.
Nice.
Why don't you explain to everybody what you mean by beautiful legs?
Oh my!
Because
He's talking about me.
Just because, you know, some might not understand your
Yeah, so when
terminology
people
there.
use that term legs, basically when you're swirling that glass, you see a lot of that mineral kind of reflection at the top where the actual
Rolls
liquor
down,
kind of
yeah.
rolls down, but it leaves that little ring.
So it's the oils, Zach.
Right.
The oils are the ones that are sticking. So they're sticking to the glass, and as the bourbon rolls off of it, the oils are what's sticking there. So when you have a very full, a bourbon that's very full of oils, it has these notes, and it does really well when you get those legs. That's
And
exactly
you can
right.
just see it just kind of
Yep.
slowly
Coming down, yeah.
Speaking of amazing bourbon, we have I shouldn't say we, ladies have a special treat for
They do.
for everybody here today, including us.
That's
They're going to put together a little recipe that is world famous for the Kentucky Derby.
That's right,
Which is held at Churchill Downs.
Absolutely.
And they'll do a little explanation on what that is. I think, Manny, you and I will step away.
Absolutely.
Let the ladies have the limelight. You girls explain what you're going to do for everybody viewing, and let us know when you're done, and we'd be happy to come back and enjoying those rewards.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
All right. We'll see you soon.
All right, and we are going to make today a mint julep. We're going to make it 2 ways. We're going to make it the classic way, and then we're going to make it the way that Woodford Reserve has put out for the Derby this year. So Trish did all the research on this, so I'm going to let her kind of talk about the Derby and why the mint julep has, I mean, not why, but what the mint
How it
julep
developed.
is. Yeah.
So the mint julep was a breakfast drink back in the early 1800s. The horse racers, the jockeys and everybody used to drink it in the morning. It was to soothe their aches and their muscles and joints, and also as an eye opener.
Yeah.
And then soon it became a classic for the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And it was the official drink, I believe, in 1938. It became the official drink
of the
for the Kentucky Derby, and it's been that way ever since.
That's quite the history with this drink.
Yes, and then Woodford has been the official bourbon for the Kentucky Derby since 1999. So every year they kind of do a little twist
On it, yeah.
And, so this year they've done a twist on it, and they're calling it the Rose 2024 Rose Mint Julep, and they are using rose hip infused honey instead of simple syrup.
Okay, so
And the classic one
has
uses
the
simple
syrup. All right.
Absolutely. All right, so it is one of the easiest.
I like the sounds of that.
The easiest cocktails you can make. It has 4 ingredients. So it has ½ ounce of your simple syrup. It has 6 mint leaves, and it has crushed ice, and of course your bourbon.
And that's it?
2 ounces of bourbon.
Wow.
So, yes, so it's very
simple. Now I know that the Derby sells their the mint juleps, the specialties, the rose that you were talking about, for quite the penny, don't they?
Yes, and they use that money specifically for a special group or something like that.
Like a charity donation
Yes,
kind of thing?
absolutely.
Oh, very cool.
This year it's for the Backside Learning Center, which is to help the people who work on the backside of the Derby at Churchill Downs.
Oh, so the ones who actually work with the horses, but
Yes.
not actually racing the horses
Yes.
and owning the horses, but the
Yes,
ones
they
that
do all the
work with
upkeep
it.
of Churchill Downs and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that. And it helps with education for their children and for them, and helps
Oh,
them
wow.
with English classes and all that kind of stuff.
Well, how much do they sell them for?
So they have, instead of a typical silver cup, they'll have 300 special cups made for
Wow.
the Derby
Day?
this year.
Yeah, the
Yes,
Derby day.
So there's 100 of gold cups
Okay.
and they have 44 crystals on it.
Wow,
Very beautiful.
44.
And then 200 of the silver cups, and they have 44 emeralds on it.
Wow.
So very special, and then all that money goes to the Backside Learning Center.
So the gold cups, how much do they cost?
Gold cups are $5,000
For one drink?
mint julep.
Wow. It better be good, so.
Yes. And then the silver cups are $1,000.
Oh, sheesh. I mean, I guess it's
charity.
It's charity,
So.
but it better be amazing. So I'm excited to try it. Why don't you walk me through how to do this?
All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick off 6 mint leaves.
6 mint leaves. All right, we'll put this here so we can get access to it. All right,
Just pick them off.
and just hold them, right?
Just, yep, pick them off together.
Five and 6. All right, I've got 6.
All right, and then you're going to take those mint leaves, and with our ultra clean hands, we're going to rub the inside of the cup.
All right, anywhere specific or just everywhere?
Just everywhere. You're
All right.
basically just expressing the oils from the mint leaves all around the cup. And then you drop them down the bottom.
All right, I need to do that on this one.
Yes.
All right, what's next?
All right, so after you have put your mint leaves down in the cup, you're going to measure out ½ ounce of simple syrup. I will be measuring out the rosehip infused honey for the Woodford Reserve twisted, or twist to their
To the julep?
Yep, to their julep. There's ½ ounce of that one for that one. It's pretty thick. I should have probably let you go first. I'm probably gonna take this and scoop it.
It's a good choice. That way we can keep them separate.
Yes. There you are. ½ ounce of your simple syrup.
This looks a lot easier than how you did. Yours was a lot stickier.
A little bit thicker.
All right.
All right, and then you are going to muddle it, and all you're going to do is just kind of press down on those leaves in that simple syrup just to kind of express more oils from the...
But you don't do that on yours?
No, I will mix mine when I pour in the bourbon.
Okay.
So you'll muddle that with the simple syrup.
All right.
And then we're going to pour in 2 ounces of bourbon.
Oh, yay. Don't want to lose all that. It's good stuff
All
there.
right,
So we do 2 ounces of bourbon.
2 ounces.
Ooh, I almost made a mess. I am not a bartender. I did make a mess on that one. All right, there's that.
And then you could just stir it around a little bit.
Okay.
Just give it a little swirl.
So we're stirring it just to kind of
Just lightly. Yeah.
mix everything together down there. So far we've gotten our simple syrup, the mint leaves, and bourbon.
And bourbon.
And the next step is lots of ice, right?
Lots of ice. I'm going to stir the honey in just in order to make sure that it mixes very well with that bourbon. And then fill it up about halfway with ice.
Okay.
And give it a stir because that helps start to make it chill. And you'll notice the frost start build up on your...
Oh wow, look at that. You can already start to see it coming. That's crazy. All right, there you go.
Stir. We're just gonna fill it up with ice, and then you're going to garnish it with mint sprig.
All right, there we go.
And then for the Woodford Reserve special little version of it. We're going to put in a red rose.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And there you are.
Got mine.
We are. The mint juleps, Woodford Reserve style for the 2024 Kentucky Derby.
And the classic.
Style.
Awesome.
May the best horse win.
I know. We better get the guys back over here so they can try it.
Absolutely.
All right, we have got the guys back here, and we're going to taste these. So we have the classic, and then we have the rose version for the Kentucky Derby. All right, which one? Should we start with the classic?
Let's start with the
Let's
classic.
start. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Looks beautiful.
It does.
Almost
Oh,
too pretty
wow.
to drink. Ooh, that's cold.
That is cold. And I can see how that could be a good eye-opener in the morning.
And super refreshing, especially if it's hot out at the Derby.
Oh, yeah.
I could probably have more than one.
Very
But that's
fresh,
the
crisp.
classic. Yes,
Yeah,
very
right?
You would think it would have more than just simple syrup, mint, and bourbon, but
Nice.
And that mint really pulls through. It's really nice. It's got a lot of aroma. I mean, you just barely take it to your face, and it's very
Very mint
minty.
forward.
Yes, mint forward. So
is this
I
a
liked
special
it.
kind of mint? Or?
this mint that we used is known as the mojito.
Mojito,
mint.
Mojito mint, that's correct.
That's correct. Also known as yerba buena, but at the greenhouse it is known as the mojito mint.
Mojito.
Yes.
It's more of a mentha.
Yeah, it's really strong, but it's good.
Okay, let's try this special.
All right. Let's go ahead
100
and try the 150th
Version of the mint.
of the. Yeah, absolutely. Let's
Well,
try.
I got a little bit more rose on the nose.
I would say so.
Oh, that's much sweeter.
Wow. Yes, it's a lot sweeter. You could really taste that honey
Yes.
Ooh.
versus
Wow.
the
Simple syrup.
Simple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
I think I do like that one better.
I would agree with you. Yeah.
Wow.
We need 4 $5,000 cups.
Yes. Ordered.
Ordered.
And we've had a mint julep at the Churchill Downs. Well, at Churchill Downs. We
Yes,
weren't there for the
for the
Derby.
Derby,
but
yeah.
We were there for
A
was it
race.
Kentucky Oaks or
I
something.
don't remember.
I think it was
tasting.
right. We purchased Kentucky Oaks
The
cups
glasses,
with
yes,
the.
but it was another race.
I think it was just a race that they were having there, but it was really cool.
It was really, yes.
Yeah.
And I have proof of a winning ticket. I did win $25 on a horse race.
Nice.
I'm officially a winner.
Okay.
Speaking of winner,
Yes.
this is for the fastest 2 minutes in sports history.
That's
the
right.
Kentucky Derby.
2 days away.
2 days away. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I know we're going to put some bets in.
We are.
And we're going to have a little watch party. I think we're going to maybe do some live feeds or some
Yeah.
shorts on our
We'll
review of that.
definitely put some shorts. We'll put some feedback in our video, in our next
Yeah,
video.
absolutely.
Share the good times. So
Yep.
looking forward to see what you guys think, and definitely comment down below.
Yeah.
As always, we're doing this for you guys. We appreciate you spending this time. Like and subscribe. Hit those comments down below. Can't ask for more than that.
No.
So.
Well, speaking of races, let's go ahead and make our choices.
Okay, yeah.
the
So we're
audience
gonna make
knows
the- yes,
who we're
yes.
going to vote for, and
Who
then
we're
maybe
gonna
vote for.
we'll have a little feedback on
Who won?
on Saturday on
That's
who
right.
won. And
Okay.
I guess we just whoever, if we happen to win, we just split the profits, right?
That's right.
Okay.
All right. I like it.
I'll start.
Yeah.
So I haven't done a whole lot of research. I'm going to base mine on the name of the horse. It's not that far off on its being favored. I think odds are 8-1.
Yeah.
So it's not far off. Honor Marie is the name of the horse, and I'm not sure of the jockey's name. However, I have a good gut feeling that horse is going to be the winner.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a beautiful name.
It
that's
is a
awesome.
beautiful name.
Yeah, and it's been doing really well in the last couple of weeks. Been keeping tabs on it, and it's really improving, really moving in that spot.
And
So
you know, they don't always, not always the top runners win.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
That's right.
every
And with a
horse
name
has a
like
chance.
Honor Marie,
Yes.
Yeah.
you have a real good chance.
Yes.
okay,
Maybe our
Nicole.
lady will pull through.
Mm.
I know, yeah.
Right? I got a little secret. Nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
So,
Except for the whole world, but.
Right? That's right.
I'm gonna go with the 3-1 odd to win. Fierceness.
Going out on a limb.
Yeah, not really. I'm sticking to it. I think that one's got a really good chance to win. I mean, obviously, so does everybody else.
He's looking pretty good.
I think he's got a good chance to win. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And I mean, that's a pretty cool name, Fierceness.
That's right. All right, and I'm going to go with Sierra Leone.
Is he cut?
He's beautiful, and I think he's got a good chance. Granted, he is the second favorite.
Oh, he's better than
Yes,
mine. Okay.
yes. No, yours is the first favorite.
Oh, mine's 3-1. So there's.
That's right.
Mine is also 3-1.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
7-2. I don't know exactly what they mean.
I have no idea.
But
We will find out
We're
for
gonna
sure,
watch.
right?
We're gonna watch and
Here
see.
in 2 days, we will know what it all meant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Chasing Freedom. That's who
yeah.
we're gonna pull for, and hopefully.
We're talking about the horse race, not the election coming up, correct?
both.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's our pick right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you get out there, bet. Don't base it off of ours.
Yeah.
It's not a good choice.
there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
There is.
There is
Well, I'm
a lot
excited.
of good ones.
This is going to be a lot of fun this weekend. Looking forward to it. As always, we appreciate your time watching our video. Hopefully, you gained a little bit of it. I highly recommend taking down some of this information that the ladies shared with us on this mint julep. It's awesome.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
It is.
You ladies did a really
Yeah.
good job. They turned out really well. Yeah, good job.
Toast to you girls, and toast to everybody
Toast to
at
the
home.
ladies. That's right.
And as always, drink
Drink
responsibly.
responsibly.